Howdy. Let's set up our export files first. We're gonna go down here in File, click on File. Now we go down to Export and right click on FBX. We're gonna be using FBX files a lot. Select Assign a shortcut and click Alt plus. At least that's the one I'm gonna be using. You can use other thing if you want. Just make sure it doesn't conflict with anything else. Now we click on FBX and it's gonna bring us to this window where we change some of the export settings so that they work nicely in the engine. First thing is to check on selected objects. That way we don't export an entire scene by accident, just the things we have selected. Now on the transforms, we're gonna change the forward axis so that it's properly oriented in the engine. Ue4 uses X for forward and positive C for up. Both are positive. Down in geometry, we're gonna change the smoothing groups. Select that to face. If we don't do this, there are gonna be some weird shading errors, so make sure that's turned on. Now we wanna save this setting, so click on this plus sign over here and name it Ue4. Click OK. Next time we can select this drop down menu and click on Ue4 and our stuff is gonna be working properly and we don't have to change it every time. Now the next thing I'm gonna set up is optional. It's just gonna be some key mappings. So right now in Blender, if you use the middle mouse button, you can use that to, if you press the middle mouse button, you can use that to orbit around an object. And if you press shift and middle mouse, you can use it to pan around. Now, in my opinion, it's just my personal preference. I don't really like this, so I'm just gonna change it. I'm also gonna be changing, so let's click on Edit, Preferences, and I'm also gonna be changing the functionality of the spacebar. Instead of having it as play, since we're not gonna be making any animations, I'm just gonna have it as search. And another thing I want to change is down in 3D view, select 3D view global, and over here I want to change my rotate view. Instead of middle mouse, I'm gonna click shift right click, make sure you click and then do the combination, and you're gonna notice that this is gonna conflict with another thing up here. I'm gonna change the one up on the top, which is set 3D cursor, to alt right click. And now I want to change the pan view from shift middle click to just middle click. This way it's gonna feel more like the engine and just nicer in my opinion. That's gonna be all, and see ya.